Hi friends, welcome to WebChamp. In this video, I am going to discuss text functions in DAX. Whenever you are working with data, so most of the data will be in text format. And obviously, to change the data as we want, to perform the operations on data, the Power BI DAX has these many functions to work around the text type data. Yes, so let's see how we can use these functions one by one. And let me create one of the measure here. Okay, fine. So if I say new measure, fine. So here now I am going to use the various text formulas to show you the output, how these formulas are work. First, I will create one variable where I will assign the value in the text format by writing these characters in text form, meaning in the double quote. And if I create the two variables, and if I'm going to return something, okay, but yes, my requirement is to combine, meaning I want the output together as a WebChamp data analysis. So for that purpose, we have something called combine values function. So we can use these functions to combine the values. And let me say combine values. So first it asks you to specify the delimiters. Okay, so you can specify, by which character your all the text should be separated after combining. And let me use this to see the output. And here you can see that it has combined my text. So this is how it works. Even in case of combined values, there is no limit for the values, how many values you can add. So you can add n number of values. There is no limit for these combined values. Combine value function to combine the number of values. Okay, so very similarly, you have one more function, that is concatenated function, but there is a limit. Okay, if you use this concatenate function, so this function is going to combine only two text. It allows to combine, even it will not allow you to enter the delimiter, meaning the separator. But this is how it works. So whenever there are two values you may want to combine, so you can use the concatenate, but without any separator. But if you want to add the delimiter separator between the two text, or you may have values more than that, more than two, so in that case you can use combine value. Okay, there is one more way to combine the values, meaning concatenate, perform the concatenative operations by using ampersand symbol. Okay, so here if I say A and B, and I'm going to add third. So by using ampersand symbol, which is a concatenation operator in Power BI, you can combine n number of values. Right. But if you look here at the output, so there is no space between WebChamp and data, even analysis and course. So you can add the space, you can add the delimiter, but how as an text? The way we have added all those text, the same way you can add. So here, what I did in double quote, I specified space, so it will consider and it will combine that. Okay, so if I hit the enter button, now you will see these two words are separated. So like this, even you can perform if you are very much familiar with the Excel. So it is very easy for you. Even Excel has the similar syntax. Excel follows similar syntax. By using ampersand, you will be able to perform the concatenation operation. This is not only for the majors, but yes, you can use this in case of calculated column also. Here I will try to combine the values from columns. So if I say combine, so even I say combine, and you can use any either of the function. You can use combine values as per requirement. You can use concatenate or you can use ampersand. So I will show for ampersand only. Ampersand operator. Okay, I don't want to enable this. So now let me say ship mode. So there is one column which is ship mode. Then there is something called region, and then one more column is there as a category. Okay, so if I want to combine these three, I will be able to perform. Even if you want to use the concatenate, you can use combine values, because concatenate is going to work only for two parameters, two values. Okay, if you have more than two values, you can use combine values with separator also. Let me hit the enter button. Okay, so minimum argument okay, right. So the problem is what? Here we cannot use ampersand. Instead of ampersand, you need to use the comma. And yes, that was earlier I used ampersand. That's why it was not working. Fine. So like this, I can use the combined values, or either I can use the ampersand operator or concatenation operator to perform the concatenation in case of text. Similarly, you can use all the DAX functions, the text related functions, in either major or in case of calculated column. It's up to you. Okay. So there is something called exact. If you want to compare the two strings. Okay. If you want to compare the two strings, so in that case, what you can do, you can use the exact. Okay. I will say exact. Exact is going to return you the Boolean value. I will say A and B here. Okay. And if I hit the enter button, it will return me false. Why? Because two values are not same. So now let me make this same. Now it is returning true. So this is just for the comparison purpose. You can use exact. That is for the only purpose. Even in case of calculated column also you can use. Then there is something called find. Okay. So here WebChamp is YouTube channel for data analysis. Okay, just I have written this statement, and here I will add what to search, what to find. Okay, so I will say YouTube. On next line, here I will use find function. So how it is working? So first, find text. What text you have to find? I will say B. I want to find. In which I will say A. Okay. Here even I am using variables, but you can pass the text also. You can pass the column names also. That is not a problem. Okay. Here you can specify after the within text parameter. Okay, there is something called start position. So I will say start searching from 1. And what value you have to return if the value is not in me, whatever you are searching in, if that doesn't found in the text, then what it should return. So I will say blank. Okay, blank is a function that we can use if you don't want to return. Okay, by default what it is returning, it is returning me the index number. Okay, the very similar to find or search function in Excel. YouTube is exist at first. If I say I wanted to start the searching from 14 characters, okay, you will see that it will return blank. There is nothing called YouTube. if I start searching from 14th number character. This is how it works. It will be able to return the number. Okay, even if I say 13, if I start this 13, searching from 13, you will see the index. Index will be returned based on the complete string. Right. Here, in case of this, I will say web charm. So now you will see that it is going to return me the 1 as an output. Web charm. Web champ is there, right? Oh, but search starts from 13. That's why. Even I was shocked how this works. So it is returning me the index. Index meaning the first position, second position, third position in the string. The position or the number from left side. Character number from left side. Okay, whatever you can consider for the index, you can consider. Okay. But for first character, it will say 1, for second, 2, for third, 3, 4, 5, and it will keep increasing until the last character. Okay. So this is about the find. Okay, one more function is there. Okay, there is something called fixed. So what is a fixed? Okay, if you say fixed. Okay, so in case of you have a numbers, okay, with a larger number of decimals. So to round that number to specific number of decimals and return the result as a text. Okay, so let me say 100 divided by, okay, these many, sorry, 100 point something like this. Okay, these many decimals are there. And if I say I wanted to return only 2 decimals, even let me say instead of 100, I will add these many characters. Okay, and from this, I want a number with only 2 decimal places, and here last parameter it is going to ask you that is whether true or false. So just say true. Okay, when you say true, it is not going to return the commas, meaning 1000 separator will not be added to this number. If I say 0, okay, you will see it is adding. Right. So this is how it defined. If you want 1000 separator, you can say false. Even instead of 0, you can use false also. But if you use true, so instead of 1, we can use true. Instead of true, we can use 1. So true is nothing but 1 and false is nothing but 0 in any of the programming language. Since DAX is one of the programming language, this is how it treats. And whatever the output you will get, that is in the form of text. Okay. By using the fixed. Then there is something called format. Okay, let's understand what does this or how this is working. If I say format, okay, mostly this function is used with the date format. Okay, value you can pass here. Even for the number also there are formats. So let me use the date value here. Instead of this, I will use date, and 2023 I will use today's date. Okay, hyphen, not this, 0827. This is my today's date. In case of this, I will say B, and then format I will specify. Okay, I want DDMMYYY format, date in this format. So mostly format we use for the date. Okay, if you want to get the month name in short, so you can use 3 M's. If you want full month name, so you can use 4 M's. If you want shorter year, just use 2 Y's and you will get the last 2 numbers of year. Even what will happen, let's see if I use the 3 D's. Okay, it is returning the day name in short. If I use the 4 D's, it will return the full day name. This is how it works, but it is not going to return the day number. So if you want day number, you can use double D only. DD. Okay, this is how it works. And in case of number also, there are various ways to format, but yes, for number type, what and all formats are there? Okay, for number type, if you open the formats, okay, so here we have formats, right? So general format is there, general number is there, currency is there, even fixed decimal format is there, standard is there, okay, percent format is there, even scientific format is there. So these kinds of options are there, and you can use those on the number. So let me say this is in number. Okay, if I say 10 point, okay, these many, and if I say fixed, or here you can specify the format in percent. Okay, I will say percent. Okay, so let's see how it is able to format. So you will be able to see the output in this format. Okay, if I say 10 point. So automatically, the moment you say percent, it is going to multiply your number with 100, and it is showing the data in percentage. So can I say this is 0.23? So this should return me the 23 point something percentage, right? So this is how it works. Even there are more formatting options like general number, currency, standard. So as per the requirement, you can use to format the number. Even for, but mostly we use the format function to format the date time data. Date time data. Now next function is left. If you want to extract the data from left side of any variable, so you can use left also. If I say left and len of, sorry, not len, but yes, here I supposed to pass the text. Len is another function that returns the number of character in string. So we'll come to that point also. So a comma number of character, I will say 3. Okay, or instead of this 3, 8. I wanted to extract the first name from the string, so I used 8. But if you want to uh, perform some dynamic calculations, okay, if this word is different, instead of this, if I use the another word here, which is 4 digits, so it will not return me first. Okay, it is going to return anyways 8 number of characters. So if you want to build the dynamic function to return the first word only, so you can use the find, and you can find the space, because space is there after the each word. Okay, so I'm going to use this space find within what, so I will say a, and starting position is should be 1, and then what if it doesn't found, so I will say blank. But anyways, this is not possible to return the blank. Okay, and now you can see that it is going to return me the web champ. Right, it is going to return me the web champ. Even though if I make the changes here and if I say data, okay, just for the purpose to see, yes, it is able to return me the first word, but you need to use this. Even this kind of logic can be built in Excel also. Okay, instead of this, I will say just 8. So now you can see that data is coming. Okay, so anyways, it is not going to look for the word and text. It works based on the number of character whatever you passed to slice. Next function is len. If you want to see the length of the string, so you can use this and hit the enter button. Okay, so this says there are 45 characters in the WebChamp is YouTube channel for data analysis. Right. So this is how it works. This parameter is even the way we use find. Okay, This is going to help us to perform the slicing from right side. Okay. Even to slice the data from right side, there is function called write is there. And if I use, and yes, but here if you want to pass the number of characters, so what you need to do is you need to consider the complete length and then subtract the this last space. This is how it is going to work and to build the logic. Okay, but yes, if I say 5 characters, so it is able to return me the 5 character from right side also. This is how it is going to work. If you want to convert your entire text into the lowercase, you will be able to by using the lower. Similarly, we have upper to convert the text into the upper also, upper character. So if I say upper, and if I hit the enter button, you can see that it is able to convert your or transform your text into the lowercase and upper case also. If you want to find out the middle text by using the function called mid, so this asks what is the text, what is your starting position. So I will say it should start from 10th index and then how many number of characters it should return. So I will say 5. And this will return or this will work accordingly. Okay, from the 10th position, it will start slicing for the next 5 characters. Even this is mid. Okay, there may be a chance that you may need to use the replace data, okay, in your text. So let's say there is something called analysis, okay, and I may want to replace this with science. So instead of data analysis, I wanted to change this to the data science instead of data analysis. So let me use the replace function. Replace function is very similar to the Excel replace function. Even you can see that it says old text. So I will say old text is okay. A is my old text. At what position it should start replacing? So you need to build the logic to get the actual position. Okay, but here I'm familiar with this text. So there are 45 characters. So I will start from last 8. If I subtract, okay, so I will start from 36. Okay, and then number of characters, how many number of characters you may want, I will say 9 character I would like to replace. And what will be the new text? So I will say science. And if I hit the enter button, you can see the output. Okay, from 36 instead of 36, I should change only 8 characters. Even there are not these many characters are there. And if I hit the enter button, so how many characters are there in analysis? 5 plus 3, 8 characters are there. I used this. Okay, from 37. Or let me say 38. So there might be a space is coming back. Yes. Okay. So if you say you may want to replace this against 1 character, so this is how going to work. Okay, let's see the output. Right. For only 1 character, meaning from the 38th position, it will consider 1 character, and instead of that 1 character, it is going to place the science word there. This is how it works. So you need to worry about passing this parameter, how many characters to replace. So I will say 8. Even if you pass here n number of, let's see whether this works or not. But yes, this is how it works. Replace is there. Then there is something called a repeat. Okay, you may want to repeat the same text for the multiple times. If I say web jump, and there is function called rept. So if I say 10, so text is character B, meaning variable B, and number of times, how many times Okay, I would like to repeat the webcam 3 times. So it is going to return me webcam, webcam, webcam. Okay, 3 times. If you say 300 times, it will return 300 times. Okay. So if there is a requirement to repeat your text for the couple of times, you will be able to use the rept function. Then again, very similar to the search, sorry, replace. Search is very similar to the find, and substitute is very similar to the replace. Okay, both the functions. Substitute is used to replace. Search is used to find. Let's see how these two functions are going to work. Let me see. So now, if I say search, right, find text. So what text I have to find? B in A, and so what is the starting position? So it is very similar to the find. Okay, nothing is different. And then blank. And if I hit the enter button, you can see that it says webcam is appear at first position. If I say YouTube, so it will say it is appearing at 38th position. If I say analysis, it will say the 38th as a index from which analysis start. Okay, so this is very similar to the find. So now, if I say substitute, okay, substitute is very similar to the replace. Little bit syntax change is there. It's not like that one to one, but yes, the purpose of both the functions is same, to replace the text. But replace asking you to search for starting number and then number of character and then what to replace. So here I will say I would like to replace the text from A with B, whatever there as a text. Okay, so instead of this, I will change that text also. So third parameter is, okay, new text. Oh, let's see, the syntax is different. As I said, the A is my text, old text is analysis, meaning here I can pass B also, okay, which has the old text. New text, here you can pass science and instance. Let's understand this. What does this mean? Okay, I will say at first instance. Instance is a number. If let's say your analysis is arriving couple of times, okay, it is there for the couple of times, but at what position? Meaning at it will find the analysis for all the places, but where to replace? If you say at 1, it will replace at 1. If you say at 2, it will replace at second instance, not instance. Okay, so data analysis is there, and for this second analysis purpose, it has replaced the science. Even if I say fourth, it is going to replace the fourth one. Before that, it will not replace. Okay, this is how it works. Little bit change is there, but yes, very simple to replace the data in text. There is something called trim. Upper I discussed already. Trim, and even this is the most important function. Okay, whenever you have to remove the space from text. Okay, so here you can see that if I add the space and if I return, you will not be able to see the space here, but it is there. Okay, so if I say len of, if I check the length, okay, instead of this, first I will show you the length of B. So you will see it will says 14 character, but if you look at the analysis, how many characters are there? So 8 characters are there. So if I pass the trim here, it will remove the space from both the sides and it will keep only the characters. It is not going to remove the space in between the words, but yes, it will remove the leading and trailing spaces. This is how it works. Even there is a function called character, so which will take number as a parameter, and then it will return the char code against that number. So if you want to see the output of that function also, so I will show you. So it says unique char. Okay, and if I say number is 65, so 65 is unique, even ASCII value for the capital A, so it is going to return me the capital A. Exactly opposite. Okay, unique code is there. If I pass the capital A here as in text, so it will say 65 as a number. Exactly vice versa, these two works. This is how the text functions works. Even there is function which called as value, but if you are numbers, okay, meaning here if you have, let's say, 100 or 10,000 in text format, and you may want to convert that into the uh, number format, so you can use the value function. So you can see that convert a text string that represent a number to a number, right? So if I pass here B, so it will return me number, right? But if I do not use the value and if I pass here as a B, you will see the output. It will return me the as it is. It is not going to convert as 10K and all, right? So this is how it works. Instead of this, if I use the value function is help us to convert the numbers which are in text format into the number format. And this is all about the text functions in DAX. I hope you like the content of this video. Thank you so much for watching the video. Have a nice day.